You have people started to arrive, and what's the plan for this march?
Well, good afternoon again, Natasha. Yes, some of the protesters have started arriving, and as we've indicated earlier, this march is organized by, among others, the Palestine Solidarity Camp, or PSC, as well as the National Coalition for Palestine, the National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa. These are just some of the organizers, but yes, those protesters have started arriving. But what I can tell you again, Natasha, is that incidentally or ironically, the flag of the United States Embassy here at the consulate in Johannesburg is also flying at half-mast, but not for Gaza. Incidentally or ironically, this is the day that peace officers are honored in the United States, and all around the United States and its embassies around the world, the flags will be flying at half-mast. But Natasha, let me talk to some of the people who are supporting this march to understand why they felt they had to come out here today. Young and old, some of them. Sir, why are you here today?
I'm here to show my disappointment in the US decision not recognizing basic human rights, the massacres which are going on. I think it's time that this has to come to a stop. I applaud our government for its decision, but I ask our government to make sure this is not enough. We want full sanctions on Israel. It's time that all these killings, these massacres, ruthless massacres need to stop.
But of course, I've said you're one of the young people who are here. This is a 70-year-old scuffle that's been going on. How do you feel? Do you think the world is doing enough?
Not enough. You know, apartheid in South Africa, it was the entire world which isolated the apartheid regime. And I think it's time the entire world stands up and isolate this apartheid policies of Israel and jointly put an end to it.
Thank you. Now, I've got also a lady here, and her message says, in memory of Winnie and Tata, let us stand united against apartheid. Why did you specifically choose this message?
Because I have deep respect for both the leaders, and I know that they felt very strongly about the liberation of Palestine. And I hope it is a reminder to our government and to the people of South Africa that we need to stand. We need to take a greater stand. 70 years, enough is enough. And we are here in solidarity with the people of Palestine, especially along the border of Gaza, irrespective of which faith they are representing. Palestine is for all. The Holy Land is for all. And the thing is that the hypocrisy of the world powers has already now left us without no honest negotiators and brokers. We need to rethink. We need to get in. I feel that we have the experience of apartheid and the resolution, and therefore we should take a greater stand in helping to bring about a peaceful resolution. Thank you.
These are just some of the protesters who are coming out here, Natasha, and we'll move across the street because that's where the actual picket will happen. But as news comes in from Gaza and from Israel, we know now that nearly 60 people have been killed and over 2,000 were injured in the attacks in Gaza yesterday. And of course, the reason they're here outside the US Embassy is because it was the opening of a US Embassy that President Donald Trump decided should move from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, the land that both sides of this conflict want to claim. Natasha.
Nthakoana, thanks so much. We'll leave it there for now. Nthakoana Ngatane live for us outside the US Consulate in Sandton, just giving us an update on some of the protests that are taking place today. This, of course, a day after Israeli forces shot dead 59 Palestinians. And as she was saying there, it's now gone up to 60 Palestinians who were protesting along the Gaza border against the US Embassy opening in Jerusalem. And Palestinians are also marking the Nakba, or catastrophe, as the translation goes, which is their dispossession when Israel was founded 70 years ago.